Good morning, guys. Good morning. 9:13. Starting the morning off, just taking a look at a few things here. But as usual, I'm going to. Oh, Nvidia just hit new high, all-time highs. That could get interesting. Going to jump in the private group real quick, get them set up, rolling, and then come back, and of course set up some charts, look over our account, do what we need to do, and get going. So give me a few minutes, sit tight. Like always, good time to like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and post in chat if you got any questions, anything you want to see, anything you want me to look at today, and I definitely can. So, yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay. Just got that posted there in the private group. So if you're there, you check that out. Not there, then you should be. All right, let's go over some charts. Pull up SPY. This we talked about yesterday. This was it was opening range low the other day. I like that level. Wanted to watch it. Probably going to swap that to a support resistance. Here, we didn't really hit it yesterday. Did a few times there. So even though we're up in this upper range with close to the all-time high, go ahead and swap that over to a support and resistance just so we can keep that charted. Yesterday's opening range, we can kill. Low range, we can kill that out. That should be good there on SPY. Fresh clean chart. 620, 628 is all-time highs there. Kill that. So that's fresh, that's cleaned up. Then we'll jump into NVIDIA. NVIDIA pulled up for you here. NVIDIA, as you can see, is pushing. Just hit new all-time high. So I'm just going to go ahead and set that up real quick. NVIDIA definitely has an interesting setup. Following this, which is a stronger support, moving support resistance, we go over that in the private group, what these lines are. We came down and try to set up a downtrend here, but we quickly recovered back over. Came down a little bit, pushed back up. This is going to be a stronger area of resistance. As you can see here, we came close to testing it. But once we get up in this range, NVIDIA makes new highs, drops back, makes new highs, drops back. So we're trying to squeeze a little bit here on NVIDIA, but we definitely have some room for drop back, for consolidation. I mean, we could come back to the mid or the upper 150s. I mean, not a big range we're 161, so we've got some room to drop. As long as these tighter indicators keep pushing though, just like we have seen in the past, what we've been talking about earlier in the week about things squeezing, this could squeeze in this area today. So let's zoom in a little bit so you can see the strong up push, but it's not wanting to go over. So really three things could happen. We can hit here, go sideways, of course. We can come into this area, we can build this pressure here, and of course when pressure explodes, it goes one way or the other, right? So we can either see a stronger push up or a stronger rejection down. Don't get FOMO, don't try to chase this. Give it some time to see what it wants to do before you jump into a trade on this one, but definitely watch it. Other than that, just watching a few things, see what's going to pan out. Spy over that area we were just watching there. Yeah, we got 3 minutes till bell. The key this morning is going to be give trade some time, see what it wants to do, give the market some time, and then go from there. Would not recommend jumping right in off a bell and hoping for the best, so to speak. So anyway, 2.5 minutes. If you got any questions, please post up in chat, and we will see what we can come up with today. Big drop down AMD. And we're open, guys. Sorry about that. And if you were listening a few minutes ago, what happens when things squeeze? They pop. So NVIDIA pop into new highs. Watch, see if we get a sell off here. I just dropped this one down to the 100 tick. Just give us a closer look at the NVIDIA. Not that I'm going to play if we start dropping back. Remember, these here on the left side are on the 2-minute time frame. Just curious to see what it's going to do. SPY with a good push off of that support level. Sorry, guys. Outside of trading, I've been wide open, 9,000 things going on, and gosh, I feel like I could go from 7 in the morning till 1, 2 o'clock at night. So I sit here, get relaxed, start watching the charts, and I get sleepy sometimes. But during it looks like it's wanting to push. Anybody still in runners from that yesterday? Apple. NVIDIA definitely has some room for consolidation, so be careful. Starting to lose a little bit of steam on that NVIDIA, but watch these indicators coming up. Volume is not too bad. So now we're starting to downturn for that consolidation that I was mentioning there. IWM setting up with a decent push. This is what I was talking about on that NVIDIA. As long as we're following these, we could still keep pushing. So we came down, seller stepped in at this level, and what happened? We're pushing back up. Now we're back over to where we were. We could gain some momentum and see more upside here on NVIDIA. But we just PT'd on our first trade. I know, guys, a little early. I said take your time, but things can change. So we are over PT there. Let me pull this up for you guys so you can follow along. Which was this trade on SPY. I know, got in early, but good chart, good setup. I'll walk you through it in just a second. This pulled up 624C. We got in this one 0.78. PT on this one was %. So over our 20% goal. Like I said, give me a second, I'll walk you through that one. So, yeah, moving good now. Yeah, we had the support resistance that we were watching in the morning. We had a good push off of it. Apple, Google, NVIDIA definitely, AMD, IWM, just what we were watching here. Even Tesla was starting to have some good pushes. We had good volume here, and we even looked at the tighter time frame on SPY a little bit, and it was doing well. So all the indicators was pointing towards we're going to make a little bit of a run for it. we had resistance at 624.60. I knew if we got to this level that we would hit our profit target well before, just because we were so low on our entry point. We got in kind of down in this range. So we had some good support coming off of this. We bobbled a little bit, but then we rebounded pretty nice. If we look at that 100 tick that we were, I mean, still a good solid trend. Our indicators, the only thing I was worried about, our main concern here is if we would have broke these, then we could have seen that downtrend. But in this, if you look at this and then look at the bigger picture on the 2-minute, we have this room for consolidation. That was the only thing I was worried about, but we had and still having steady green candles. So quick PT, that's the name of the game. That trade for us, we alerted at 9:34, PT'd at 9:35. I mean 9:39. So it was a 5-minute trade, and yeah, grabbing that money is the name of the game. Seeing those setups and taking advantage. So now that trade is 119. SPY pushing again. So if we were to look back, sorry about that, at a tighter time frame on this SPY, let me see if I can pull that up for you real quick. Still running that line. 1 minute. We actually kind of bobbled, came down, touched, pushed up, came down, touched, pushed up. As long as we keep doing that, we're going to squeeze into this resistance. watch for that SPY coming into that resistance. We were just talking about that in the private group. Entering a trade is one thing. Exiting a trade and knowing to exit is even more important. Can't get greedy in this market. You also can't look at if you took this trade with us, you got in at 78, got out at 94. Don't be one of those guys that say, oh, I should have held longer. I could have held this longer. I could have made this. I just did the math from entry to 137. This one's ran almost 76%, 75.641. But you can't be one of those guys that say, oh, I wish I would have held longer. Oh, I could have made 50%. Oh, I could have made. No, that's why we have runners, guys. You get in, you set up your profit target, you hit that profit target, you take that money. That is guaranteed money as soon as you take it. These runners are not guaranteed. There's no guarantee that this was going to run 75%. It's no guarantee it's going to run another 50%. Who knows? If it does, that's why you keep that 1 or 2 contracts if you can afford it to allow it to run, but you don't allow it to go red. That is the biggest hurdle I see with a lot of traders is, man, I should have held this longer. I could have made that. No, you focus on that profit target, guys. That is what pays the bills. That's what puts money in your pocket. Saying, oh, I wish I would have done this. Oh, I wish I would have held longer. That only gets you in trouble. All it does. SPY looks like it's wanting to push through that support level, which is awesome. I mean, resistance level, which is awesome. So that's where it goes back to the runners. Let it do its thing. We've already made money on it. That's where you can't get greedy. Greed is the #1 killer for an account. It's not bad trades because you're going to have those. You can manage those. But getting greedy on stuff like this and chasing is what I see kills more accounts than anything else. If you set that profit and hit that profit target consistently, that consistency is what is key. It's what I tell the private group, that that profit target is a base hit. Base hits is what wins a game. I'm not a huge baseball fan, but I do know you've got to get on first base before you can make it to second, before you can make it to third, before you can make it home to score. So base hits is what wins the game. There's more base hits in a game, a winning game, than there is home runs. Home runs are cool. Everybody loves to hit a grand slam, knock it out of the park. Yeah, every baseball player I've ever known, every time wants to get up to the bat, wants to hit a freaking home run. I mean, who wouldn't? Just like a trader, every time I step up and enter a trade, I would love to hit 100% a home run on that trade. I mean, would you not? But is that realistic? No. The chances of you getting on base and hitting that profit target, is that realistic? Yeah, that's why we set that realistic percentage. So if I can hit my profit target, that is what's key for me. That's what I tell the private group. is that base hits win the game. Win the game of trading. Take that profit target, take that base hit, and win. Small gains add up to big profits. If you don't believe me, just look at compounding numbers. Take that 20% gain on $100, that's 20 bucks. Now tomorrow you got 120 to play with. Make 20%. Make that 20% or whatever your profit target is every trade, every time, and that's going to compound, and then you're going to get financially stable a lot quicker than wishing you would have held out longer for these big runs. I'm telling you guys, I will take profit every time right here. Who cares where it goes to? I don't, because I've already made my money. So that's my little rant. I apologize. Probably boring to you guys, but 55 minutes in, 25 minutes in. We'll set our opening range here in just a sec. Knowing your level's key. We came up to this resistance. We poked through. We dropped down on the retest. Dropping back now, like I said, with that room for consolidation. So not saying it's going to drop, but it can definitely. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh, you're welcome, Tanner. You're in the private group, aren't you? Yes, you are. Awesome, cool. Yeah, I know you're one of our newer members, but I give that rant. Thanks, guy. Appreciate it. Thumbs up. Awesome. Yeah, I give that rant sometimes in my daily closing and opening notes in the group. Even experienced traders need to hear it. You get so dialed in, so focused on this that you forget the basics, man, and you can't. I've had traders that will print out the rules that's been trading for quite a while, print out the rules and post it beside their monitor or something like that, post it on the wall, put a note on their desk and read. Another thing I want to add to my little rant that goes a long way, that I tell a lot of our people, especially in when we do the one-on-ones, is something that's super important and that's super helpful to guys. I still do it. This right here is mine. I journal every trade. Every day goes right there in my book. It lives on my desk. If I'm paper trading, if I'm real trading, all of it I track. That way you can you track your performance. If you're having a uptrend, the market's doing great, you're hitting that PT all the time, maybe go a little bit, not higher on the PT, but maybe buy an extra contract or two if you can afford it. Go a little bit larger. But once you start seeing that shift and you start having some red days or red trades coming in, that's when you know to back down. When you have that red trade, look at it. What could I have done better? Same on the green. What did I do that was positive? Why did I have a green trade? Why did I have a red trade? And really write that down physically. I had a shitty trade on SPY because I got greedy and it went red. Stuff like that. Hold yourself accountable for every trade, every time, even if it's paper trading, and that will help you out as well. That will help you alleviate that, oh, I should have held out longer. Okay, cool. You held out longer. You made an extra 50% on this trade. Next trade. I held out longer on SPY and made more money. So let me hold out longer on this NVIDIA. And then you lose 50%. But if you journal that, then you can see, oh, I held out longer than I should have on NVIDIA. That's why I was red. I held out to 50%. We reversed at 30%. But if I had a 20% profit target, I would have made 20%. But instead of making 20%, I was going for 50%, and I lost 40%, 50, 60, whatever percentage. Journaling every trade, every time is going to be key, especially to new traders. So another little rant. I apologize. We'll blame that one on Tanner. Yeah, consistency is the key in this game, guys. All right, so we're just over 30 minutes, so now we're gonna go set up our opening range high and low. AMD with a big push. Oof. Let's see what Amazon. Prime Day. I bet the IV and is definitely inflated on that one. But we're just, like I said, just over 30 minutes in, so we'll set up our opening range and then we'll look at a few other things. You're welcome, Tanner. Thanks for the question, man, or the response. I was talking yesterday. I love this. I love trading. I love helping people. I love helping you guys in the private group. I love doing the one-on-ones, all that stuff. But if nobody asks me questions or gives me any feedback, like you needed that rant, I don't know to give it. I mean, how often do you sit in a room by yourself and talk to yourself and nobody talks back? It's kind of like, oh, okay. So yeah, I don't mind, bud. And if you guys are out there listening and you're not in the private group like Tanner is, you should definitely check it out. We have a 7-day free trial on all of our subscription levels. You get this stuff, our alerts. You would have got this SPY at 78 where I alerted it here and it was around 100. You get charting, you get everything. You get our training videos, you get access to me and our other traders in our chat group 24/7. You can go in there and ask questions anytime. The website is pretty easy. It's just SpartanDTGroup.com. And yeah, get 7 days free. No contracts, no obligations. Just come in, check it out, and see if it's for you. If not, hey, cancel. Um, no harm, no foul. It's really, really up to you. I I'm gonna do this daily. I'm gonna trade daily. I'm gonna help the group daily. It is completely up to you if you want to be a part of it or not. Because we are and going to do big things. So it is up to you if you want to do it with us. All right, so there's opening range high. Jump down and grab the opening range low. Oh, cool. Thanks, guy. But yeah, check it out. I've got nothing to hide. Open, honest guy. Here to help out any way I can. So the IV is not too bad on Amazon, like I figured it would be. So SPY dropping back though off of that resistance back to VWAP. Lori, if you're listening, I'm going to post this up for you in the private group. And I'll explain it as well, just in case you're wondering. This, what I'm posting now in the group is my personal charting. What you guys are seeing here, over here, is my secondary screen. I don't run all my indicators on there. And of course, I don't show what my indicators are. Sorry, guys. I mean, I've got to keep something a little private for the private group, or it wouldn't be a private group. So that's one thing that she's going to get in the private group that I don't share with everybody is what I trade on. So Hey, there's Lori. Hey, you're welcome. So hopefully you see that post I posted there in the private group for you, Lori, and that little bit of a breakdown. Dang it. Wait. Now just kind of sitting and watching. Um, if you guys are new here, great time to give us a thumbs up there if you're on the old YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and everything else. But those thumbs up and those subscriptions really goes a long way to help us grow the channel and grow what we're trying to do here in the group. Also, if you're on Twitch, make sure you follow us on Twitch. We've only been streaming. I looked yesterday. I think yesterday was our third week. So just trying to build that community, trying to do everything we can to really help out and change people's lives. So if you don't mind, give us that thumbs up, give us that follow on Twitch, and I appreciate it. And then if you could and you want to go check out the private group, I don't mind that at all. Like I said, we offer a 7-day free trial on all of our subscription levels, and I am honestly here to help you any way I can. SPY came down off of that level and hit our VWAP. If we could push back and get through this opening range high, we could get through this, we could definitely see a push on SPY. This afternoon, actually, well, at 10 o'clock, we had wholesale inventory numbers come out. I believe it was. Check. Yeah, wholesale inventories came out at 10 o'clock. Not much change in the market. Didn't think it would. Then this afternoon at 2 p.m., we have FOMC, but it's just a minutes meeting. Minutes is just kind of going over everything. Nothing really changing, no news coming out, stuff like that. So I wouldn't expect that FOMC today to change much of anything. So just kind of keep that in mind while you're trading today. But yeah. And as I was running my mouth, looks like we just PT'd on another trade. That was a quick one. I apologize to those in the private group, but this is the trade that we took and at PT. That trade, guys, was literally a 2-minute trade. I got in it. I posted it in the private group, and then I talked to you about that SPY and looked at the calendar for today, looked back, and we were well over PT. So I apologize. Like I said, I see the movement. I can trade the movement, but I cannot change how quick the movement happens, unfortunately. But that is it. And if you'd gotten in the private group like we had just talked about, you would have got that one around that 106 mark. Well, alerted it at 106. Where you bought it at would have been up to you. Posted for you guys. Awesome. And I see that we got a couple thumbs up on the day for YouTube. And gained another follower there on Twitch. Thank you guys. So if you're not, please do. NVIDIA dropping back. few things starting to reverse. Not even an hour in, and we could start seeing some pullbacks here, guys. Just be careful if you're in anything. Few things losing steam. We had a pretty decent push across the market here, 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 here. But larger pullback on IWM. But anyway, a lot of things in the market was pushing, so we're just losing that steam. And if the market as a whole starts seeing more to the downside, then we can start seeing a sell-off. So just be careful. Amazon is coming down and testing that VWAP, which could get interesting. Which I wasn't expecting being Prime Day, but or Prime Days. It's not just Prime Day anymore, is it? It's what, 3 days, 4 days this year? Markets, like I said a few minutes ago, trying to see more to the downside. It's kind of stuck in this sideways action for now. So at this point, it's just going to be kind of hanging out, waiting and watching. Don't, if something's not going on, don't want to force it, don't want to make it happen, but sometimes in this business, sit around, twiddle our thumbs, and watch numbers. So it's kind of what we're getting into now. I say that right as Tesla and TSL dropping. Yeah, so IWM lost its support. Buy drop back. I might have to take a break and go get some coffee, guys. Nobody wants to watch me sleep on stream. If I fall asleep, you guys are going to start yelling at me. You lost VWAP. NVIDIA losing key area here. Could see more to the downside. SPY with a big drop back. It just lost its opening range low. Apple with a big drop as well. So we started trending sideways there for 15, 20 minutes. Then things got tired of that and dropped back. So this support resistance is that one we were watching from the other day as an opening range low, I think it was, that we converted over to a support resistance this morning. If you were following along, we talked about how it had been respecting that line throughout. So we converted it over to a support and resistance, and then it played right back into our favor here. PayPal with a big drop. SPY wanting to push back up. It's going back through that support now, or resistance to the upside. Sure, what's fueling this PayPal dump? Buyers were stepping in some here on Tesla. See if it continues. Off of Google drop as well, Apple drop. So I still say that we're going to see some more to the downside here. So it looks like Tesla is dropping back under that support slash resistance line here. And sellers are now taking control of SPY, trying to push it down through these levels. It get interesting. Tesla or TSLL rejecting off of that retest. This has been a hard area for SPY, and I know this is cliche, and I say it a lot, but this could definitely go either way, or three ways. But this is a tight area. I'm watching these indicators coming down into the support resistance line. Um, this could easily push it further to the downside, but these moving levels here, um, I say they're moving, they are. As you can see, they have up and down movement to them. They're not a horizontal line, like a support and resistance is. These are also support and resistance levels. So as it comes down, we could easily consolidate right into here. Oh, there it goes. Look, and we could easily pop down below. We just had this indicator drop down through that resistance. So the market could easily see more to the downside, especially if SPY loses this. Wait for the retest, of course. And if we don't get the retest back up, then we could definitely see more to the downside pretty quickly here on SPY. Let me throw SPY up on this other side for you, and we'll take a bigger look at it. So remember, this is the 2-minute chart. I've got this set up on the 5-minute, so we're just zooming out a little bit. So these indicators now are here. So the top of this 621.47 range. So if we lose this, we've got half a point drop, and then we've got another one here at 621.10. So we're going to have we have room for a decent drop between here to here if we can lose this level. And then we're going to have that same kind of resistance through here. But if we can break this bottom when it's 621.10, we're going to see more to the downside. But with these being a moving support and resistance, as SPY drops, these will start turning down. And as they do, it will come closer to that 621 or just under it. So that 621 is going to be key to a bigger drop on SPY. But then we go back and we got to look at our pre-market low, which is going to be right in 620.22. So that's going to be our next level to really watch, is that pre-market low and high. I didn't really chart the pre-market high because it was right here at our open. but that 620.22 is going to be our pre-market low. So if we lose 621, then that's going to be our next level. And I'll go ahead and throw that on the chart real quick. So now we can watch that. But as you can see, we're starting to lose that level here. See how we were dropping here, getting into that resistance here, how they correlate with each other. And looks like we just PT'd on another trade there, guys. Throw this one up for you to take a look at. Like I said, the private group got this one way before you guys. This one took a little bit of time to develop. That was this one on PayPal. We got in PayPal at 10:42, so this one was a 13-minute trade for 20%. Good trading today. If you're in the private group, we're still in 2 trades though. Just waiting on those to develop. Getting there. And we just PT'd on one of them. Which was this one on SPY. And if you were paying attention, I even talked you through what we were seeing and gave you some examples. Just in the private group, we took the trade. Good setup. by coming, trying to bounce back off that even level into this zone that we talked about earlier. So see if we retest. Looks like we're may have found bottom here, guys. IWM, SPY, Amazon, Nvidia, TSL, PayPal, Tesla, all looking to have, or looking like it's got some buyers stepping back in. So could push back up from. Oh goodness. I think I'm going to take a quick break, run and grab me some coffee. You guys hang out, watch these charts, and let me know if something happens. I will be right back in a few. Total. All right, guys, I'm back. Doesn't look like I missed much. Looks like things are still kind of trending sideways for the most part. So, what I might do is mute the mic for a bit, eat my protein bar, drink my coffee, and I've got some other things I got to take care of. But I'm going to be here. I'm going to watch. Of course, if I see something, I'm going to alert you guys. That way, you're not listening to me drink and chew and everything else, and can and I'll jump back on and alert and tell you if I see anything. So I will check back. In the meantime, though, if you have any questions, please post up in the chat like you guys were earlier today. I don't mind. I know the private group gets my attention and gets more in depth of analysis and everything like that. But if you have questions, I don't mind, guys. That's why chat's here. Post up. I'll do what I can to help you out. So. All right, Spartans, 20 minutes till 12. Going into lunchtime, things are trying to trade sideways. We still have one trade that we're in the private group. We are down on it. I don't even know where. $5, give or take. It just had a bigger drop. But really not a whole lot going on. As you can see, a lot of things starting to trade sideways. So probably going to jump off. We've had a great morning. I think we were, what, 5-6 trades positive. Let's see, SPY, PayPal, so that's 2. Google's 3. Another SPY's 4. So yeah, it looks like we've had 4 trades hit PT today so far. We're in a 5th. Like I said, we're down a couple bucks on. So just going to hang out, see what it does, and kind of go from there. But yeah, I appreciate you hanging out with me. And we will do this again tomorrow. We do it every day the market is open. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Make sure you like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up on YouTube, follow us on Twitch, so you can get notified when we do this. We do this, like I said, every single day the market is open, unless I have something else going on, which is hopefully never. You guys are my priority in the private group. So aside from that, check out the website, www.SpartanDTGroup.com. You can check out all of our subscription levels. We offer a 7-day free trial if you want full access to the private group. So you can see that we're really here to help, man. My goal is to teach you how to do this, and that way you can put money in your pocket and not have to rely on other people. But we're trying to build a family, a community of traders that are like-minded, that want to see everybody succeed. So that's really what we're doing. I'm not here to get rich, not here to, sell you some dream to blow a lot of smoke, I guess you could say, about the group. It is what it is. We're here to help. We're here to teach you, and we want to see you learn and grow and be a profitable trader. So if that's something you're interested in, check out the website. Like I said, 7-day free trial. If you like it, great. If not, cancel. We'll remove you. Still be friends. End of the day, you're more than welcome to come check us out on stream, all that stuff. But no hard feelings, no harm, no foul. So anyway, have a great day, guys, and we will see you back in the morning. See ya.